back to a Monday morning review with a side of spoilers. I'm JS.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be reviewing Frozen. So guys, how was Frozen?
It was really
good. Did it warm your hearts?
I love warm hugs now.
Okay.
Because of Olaf.
Oh, Olaf, yeah.
I thought it was a great film.
Yes.
Very quirky writing.
Yeah.
Which was kind of made it more entertaining.
Yeah.
So.
I think I actually was not going to see it originally because I think the marketing was really bad.
It
for
was.
This film, and I didn't even know it wasn't a musical.
They were trying to keep that under wraps for whatever reason.
I don't know why, because that's a big selling point.
Yeah.
But it ended up doing pretty well. I mean, it got number 2 in the box office, but still it broke records in November.
Yeah.
But
so can we talk more about why we thought it was bad marketing and promotion? Because I had this argument with my roommate several times about why I thought it was badly promoted.
Oh yeah.
So I think so because we see a lot of promotional material, right, Jess? Because we're like putting up a lot of trailers and things for you guys on our channels, and there weren't that many TV spots, there weren't that many clips released. They did put out the Olaf singing music video, so that was. And my roommates, I had the same argument about the musical thing, and my roommate said that you just assume it's a musical because it's Disney, but
no, I don't
like
assume anymore. It's a kind of an old thing, and then they brought it back with like they kind of did it with Tangled, but they did it with what's it called, the Princess and the Frog.
Right,
sure.
Definitely. So yeah, so I think that I think it could have definitely been marketed a little better.
Yeah.
Pushed out more material.
And that teaser,
another trailer.
That teaser wasn't even like in the movie. That was like not even part of the movie.
Yeah, that's true. That initial teaser was just the caribou and the snowman and the carrot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which they're very lovable characters, but they weren't like established yet. So I don't know.
Right.
Okay, so onward to the story.
Yes.
So this is based off of Hans Christian Andersen's Snow Queen.
Very loose adaptation, it seems.
Yeah, because the original is about a magic mirror and a snow spirit and girls saving someone from this. I really didn't look that much into it, but I've heard that it was a very dark story, and so Disney tried several times to readapt it and finally succeeded when they created the story of the two sisters, and it was more lighthearted and less dark and made for a better Disney film.
Aside from killing the parents in like the first 5 minutes.
But then again,
it's very typical of every Disney movie.
Every Disney movie, they at least have one or two deaths of a family.
My roommate looked over when that happened and was like, of course.
Yeah. Disney hates parents, but they love kids.
And it makes for character building, right?
Yeah, and they love animals.
Because of it.
So yeah, I was really impressed almost from the get-go because it begins with like this 90-second interlude of music, which is this Norwegian woman's choir, and it really sets the mood.
Yeah.
And then you get right into that world by watching all these ice harvesters.
That's
and
true.
I just thought
that was very interesting.
Songs are very competent too, and you said wasn't the guy who worked on Avenue Q?
And the Book of Mormon musical.
And the Book of Mormon musical too.
Interesting.
It's really like I've been singing "We'll Let It Go" and then what's the other one? "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" I love that song.
Those are both fantastic.
Yeah. Right, I love that, and I love the little girls at the beginning. They're adorable. They really set it up for you, and then it's just. As she grows up, it's so sad when her sister is isolated. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to cry a couple times in this film.
But a part of the other thing too with the marketing, going back to the marketing, I didn't even know who the main character was.
Sure.
Right. Well, it's kind of both of them.
Yeah.
I think there was a trailer that was strictly for the blonde sister. What's her name?
Elsa.
Elsa. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a trailer strictly for her and stuff. So it kind of did set up.
And she was played by the person who did Wicked.
Really?
Yeah.
Idina Menzel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
And then Kristen Bell did Anna, and I was reading earlier that kind of some of the quirkiness came from Kristen Bell. Like she rewrote a few things,
and a couple
of the taglines. So it makes more sense because her character is so quirky, and Kristen Bell is that kind of lovable, quirky character in a lot of her films.
I love the dynamic introduced between the two sisters.
Right.
And there's a nice mirroring on later in the film where one of them gets locked into a room, and it's just like a perfect bookend with what happened early on in the film.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I really like something that was a really cool ending was like the choice of sacrifice or self-redemption. Yeah. And I really think the sacrifice was an interesting thing, and also the fact that she wasn't like saved by a guy. You know, the love was like a sister.
It's a very feminist film for Disney.
Well, speaking of,
and it had a female director, which was part of it. Yeah, Jennifer Lee. She did a fantastic job. She wrote Wreck-It Ralph last year.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
And so she's on a roll.
I mean, we've had some strong female leads in the past though with Disney films.
Right.
Mulan,
Right.
my favorite.
Mulan's like
She's
the perfect example. A lot of them are like saved by guys or married guys and stuff like that.
It's very true, especially the old school.
Like you didn't have the spinning camera with them kissing and stuff like that. Something that I thought was interesting, and I heard some other people were reading it too. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I thought the queen, I thought it was like a symbol for like maybe like homosexuality.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Like
that's all over the place.
Yeah, definitely like.
Interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because she's kind of like hiding herself, and like people are afraid.
She's free. That's
great. People don't understand her.
When she's singing "Let It Go,"
and she doesn't
pretty
get
much,
a guy in the end.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much like an anthem of like I was born this way.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So what did you guys think of Olaf? This snowman.
Right,
and
so I heard a lot of people say that
marketing
they weren't his. He was like kind of the front of the marketing. I heard a lot of people say that he, especially in our comments, a lot of people thought he was a very weak character and a very weak sidekick for a Disney film. But
was that just based on the trailers?
Based on the trailers, that's what a lot of our fans
based on the
were
trailer.
saying.
I thought
let us know if you thought differently, but that's what I was seeing. But in the film, he kind of pulls it off, and it's what's the actor's name?
Josh Gad, isn't it?
Josh Gad, yeah. So he's hilarious.
He's from Book of Mormon, so maybe that's the connection.
Right, and might have seen him in Jobs and some other things, but
yeah.
No, you didn't see him in Jobs. No one saw Jobs.
No one saw Jobs.
Yeah, so then who else? Oh, Alan Tudyk is the Duke of Weaselton
oh my gosh,
Wesselton.
I like
he's
that.
one of my favorite people, so that was a great one.
No, I thought the snowman in particular was really funny.
Yeah, and like the songs were like, his song was very
in summer.
And,
yeah,
like the concept of a snowman and like who's never like felt heat before and doesn't understand. That's so funny.
Right, and he was very simple-minded, and I had a lot of great comedy to the film. I thought he was a great sidekick in the film. He was.
And even the reindeer wasn't too bad, because a lot of times they have like the
horse from Tangled, right?
Basically the horse from Tangled.
You notice they're all like
Pegasus
dogs.
from like Hercules.
That's true.
They're
like,
all like dogs though. They're not like their actual animals.
That's how they do it. Like, and it's a DreamWorks film, but like How to Train Your Dragon was like a dog.
Right.
Sure.
That's true. Yeah. Well, there you go.
So I think we all really like Frozen, it's safe to say.
Yeah, definitely.
The soundtrack I checked this morning has already sold out on Amazon.
Wow.
They have to get more in stock.
To it
so
this morning.
But you can listen to it online.
Let's talk about real fast before we wrap up. Can we talk about how cool the animation was in general?
Oh yeah.
I was reading something about how the staircase scene was like took the longest render out of lots of the films and stuff. And I was telling you guys earlier about how it's really cool how the team prepared a Disney animation for this film. The animation team went to Wyoming because they're all from SoCal, and they wanted to experience snow a little better, deep snow, yeah. And then the lighting team went to an ice castle in Quebec to experience how the lighting angles hid and to build Elsa's castle. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool how they prepared, and I think it pulled off, and it was a very beautiful film. The colors, the animation,
I can't really think of
action. I thought the action was very well done too.
Yeah, I can't really think of a lot of films that handled besides Ice Age, but I still think they did a lot better than Ice Age with snow.
I think it was just gorgeous. Like all the freeze frames from the film were just beautiful. The colors.
Yeah.
And Tangled is kind of like that too, and it makes sense because it's kind of the creators.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Very beautiful film.
I will say though, one of my major gripes, I think the music is the best part. I actually saw it twice, and on the second viewing, anytime they're not singing, that's when it became a little more bland for me.
Really?
On that repeat viewing. I wish they had more music, because after the matchmaking trolls sing their number,
that's like my favorite part.
That's pretty much like the last big song. And then we have like a half-hour stretch without any big finale, and I kind of wanted that.
I didn't really miss it though. I mean, I don't know. I like the music, but I also really like the actual action and stuff going on without having to sing. Kind of like Les Mis needed some breaks, you know. This is
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
That's my opinion.
I also really liked how they were self-aware of a lot of some of the tropes. For example, like when she's like, "Oh, you're engaged and you just met him," because that's a lot of like happens in Disney. So they're like a lot of self-aware because now it's kind of more modern.
Right.
And I also thought, like, this is another spoiler thing, but like the fact that the first prince, like I
I didn't see that coming either.
And
I thought it. Because I was like, okay, how is this going to work? Because in all the trailers, she's with the blonde dude the whole movie.
Right.
Something has to happen. Either she has like a change of heart or you get some.
Right. Well, I knew they weren't going to. I knew
she's bad.
I knew that wasn't the true love, but I was not. But they didn't really give you any clues, but I was okay with it. It wasn't cheap. Yeah.
We just spoiled the film. Rewind. That was a good twist, though.
Yeah.
You were guessing still the whole film, but that doesn't happen with a lot of Disney films.
I thought Hans,
they're predictable.
Yeah, I thought Hans would end up with Elsa or something.
Right.
You know? I thought two brothers, two sisters.
Then you're homophobic there. You want to work.
Yeah.
You're not homophobic. Just said that wrong. Okay. Cut that out.
Yeah, cut all that out.
So, we love the film. Tell us what you thought. And comment below. Let us know.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I'm Emily.
Jeremy.
And I'm JS.